queens and fellow non-binary leaders, and welcome to today's video. As you can see by the setting, which you see me, so it's most likely a reaction video, which is exactly what it is. As you know, as of recently, we did the collaboration, my channel and 6 others participated, and I'm so excited to watch their results. Because, to quickly recap, in this collaboration, everyone gave it a word, and then we all wrote a script inspired by said words, and I have no idea what the others did. That was part of the whole deal. We would not tell each other what we did, not even the ship. So, of course, by now I know most of the ships because they were on the covers or something similar, but I still have no idea of the story. And now we're gonna react to them. I wanted to watch all of them on New Year's Eve. For me, it was New Year's Eve when they premiered. But I promised reaction videos, so here we are. Let's really quickly get to it. And for the first time on this channel, and ever, we do a reaction video to someone who's not Rai. Though, of course, we will react to Rai's. We just start with the one from Kunimi's Bleb. I still love that channel name. However, I saw the cover, the thumbnail for that video, and now I'm very, very, very nervous. Oh my goodness. To show you, so this is where we start off. And the title is In This Other Life. Do you see why I'm nervous? I have, of course, an emotional support plushie, which I'm afraid I will need a lot today. And an energy drink, because for this, tea won't do. We need something stronger. So, this is our setup. This is what we're gonna do today. And yes, I'm babbling because I'm afraid of starting. Let's go.
Hi besties, welcome back to a new video. This is a winter collaboration special involving 6 other channels, where we choose one word from a selection of words and create a script out of it. Make sure you check out the other channels listed in the description box below and shown on the screen right now. This video is based off of In Another Life by Little Luxray, however it is not necessary for you to read that fanfic in order to understand this one. Though if you're feeling like a masochist you may do so to understand subtle references. Some warnings, the video contains cursing and little angst. No major character death, I promise. With that out of the way, onto the video.
That doesn't matter.
In which Bakuto and Akashi receive a special visitor. The spirit.
Does it? Okay, look, I'm happy that there is no major character death, but you're referencing In Another Life. Of course I'll be sad. I mean, no, I'm not. Do I look sad? I'm not sad. It's okay.
Spirit of Christmas involves the idea of togetherness, spending time with family and thinking more about others, a selfless time as one might say. It is a time where people take stock of what is important and become better versions of ourselves. Amidst the growing noise in the city of Sapporo in the prefecture of Hokkaido lies a bustling household filled with Christmas cheer, thanks to a certain owlhead who wouldn't stop showing how excited he is for the season. Cow, please stop running around the house. You're going to hit the Christmas tree. I'm just really excited. We finally get to have a Christmas vacation. And both of our families are going to be here. How can I not get excited? Akashi chuckled. Looking at the tall figure in front of him was the former captain of the Fukurodani volleyball club, who was sporting the biggest grin on his face. I know you're excited, Cow, but could you please tone it down a little? I don't want to distract our neighbors, you know. And please wear a shirt. It's very cold and you're running around the house shirtless. It's distracting. The Ravenet said whilst trying to hide the obvious blush on his cheeks. Oh, is my attire getting too distracting for my Kiji? Smirking face. Wipe that grin off your face, Cow, unless you want to sleep on the couch tonight. Now Kashi, don't try to deny it. We are not having adult nap time while our families are here. The Ravenet said in his sternest voice possible. However, it wasn't stern enough.
I'm sorry, I love the synonyms you found for that. Oh. I love it. You know, and then there is me. I uploaded just today a world premiere on the 5th. A supercut of my Sakura Vampire series, and it has a warning not to watch it if you're under 13 for reasons. Oh.
For the owlhead to consider a warning, as he was able to catch the former setter take a peek at the latter's bare torso. My eyes are up here, babe, smirking face. Besides, we can always just keep quiet, you know. I'll make sure to take good care of you if it comes to it, smirking face. The former setter sat stunned, and with every passing second his cheeks became redder and redder, which made the former captain very amused. You. Go put a shirt on, Bakuto-san. Or, why are you calling me by my last name, Kiji? put a shirt on. Not until you say my name. Bakuto-san,
This is
I'm going to take off my pants if you don't say
officially-
it, Kiji. The owl head smirked whilst the former setter's already red cheeks started to become a much deeper shade of red. Cow, please. The owl head then sported a victorious smile, satisfied at the flustered Kiji in front of him. Alright fine, I'll go put a shirt on. Anything for my beautiful prince. Akashi smiled softly before giving Bakuto a soft kiss on the lips which then caught the former captain off guard.
You know, this is my favorite kind. I know I'm pausing a lot, but this is brilliant. This is my favorite of kind of a. Is it extortion? Is that the word that I've ever seen? It was Bokuto has taken the clothes hostage, and he will get rid of them if necessary.
Thank you.
I'm fine. So far, this is not as sad as expected. I'm very glad. I love the commercial breaks.
Will you all be alright, mum? I can always just cancel everything here and go there, you know. The owl head peeked out of the corner of the kitchen, eavesdropping on the conversation between Akashi and the person on the other end of the line. Do you have any news on Uncle Kazu, mum? I heard he was going to come here but now I'm not sure since he hasn't texted me. Bakuto then observed the features of the former setter who was seemingly worried, which in turn worried the former captain. Okay mum, I'll also update Cow on the situation. We're hoping his side of the family arrives though. It's fine mum, just make sure Pops gets the treatment that he needs, okay? Love you both. Bye bye. The phone call then ended with the Ravenet breathing a heavy sigh as he placed the phone down back to its original place and sat down on the chair looking deflated. Is everything alright, Kiji? The former captain asked softly before wrapping his hands on the former setter's body, effectively sharing each other's warmth from the cold of the winter snow outside. Mum just called and told me that they won't be able to come. The former setter said sadly, which broke the owl head's heart, seeing as how Akashi had been looking forward to the trip just as much as Bakuto was, only for it to not go according to plan. Akashi had been doing so much trying to prepare for the vacation, thus it was understandable to him that the Ravenet wasn't the brightest. He couldn't imagine the feeling of preparing for something only for it to fail at the last second. Dad got hospitalized. He accidentally slipped on the porch just as they were about to leave the house. Bakuto then hugged the former setter and rubbed soothing circles on his back, hoping that the gesture would help the Ravenet feel better. Will he be okay? Yeah, he's in stable condition, but that means that they won't be able to come here for the party. I'm sorry, Cow. Why are you saying sorry, my prince? None of this is your fault. I know. But I wanted to make this special, you know. It's our 5-year anniversary and I thought that bringing the family together would make it more memorable. Bakuto chuckled before resting his head on the former setter's shoulder. I'm more than happy to just have you here, you know. Besides, my family also cancelled just a minute ago too. The former setter looked at him wide-eyed. They texted me that the bullet trains going to Sapporo were already filled with passengers and I didn't want to force my parents to go. Didn't you mention your Uncle Kazu? Will he be coming? I don't know. Maybe. He hasn't texted me back since he told me that he left his home. Well, maybe all of your efforts won't be in vain, you know. We can still enjoy the trip with your uncle tagging along. The Ravenet sighed, hoping that the former captain's thoughts would come true. The two then sat in comfortable silence, only listening to the ambience of the room they were in when suddenly a ring of the doorbell snapped the two of them out of their calm state. That must be Uncle Kazu. The owl head beamed before standing up from the seat and sprinting towards the door. Cow slowed down. The Ravenet yelled as he tried keeping up with the former captain. Come on, Kiji. Let's go greet your Uncle Kazu. Yes, I'm coming. The former setter then found himself by the door accompanied by his boyfriend, who looked very excited at the thought that someone is going to be joining them in celebrating the holidays. Akashi then slowly opened the door, revealing an older man in his 50s wearing a large brown winter coat, with a red scarf tied neatly on his neck and a beanie that protected his head from the harsh temperatures. Uncle Kazu. The Ravenet exclaimed before running towards the man outside and giving him a warm welcoming hug. Hey there, bud. Long time no see. The former setter then let go of his grasp before focusing his vision on the person standing before him. I'm so glad you came here. Anything for my nephew. The older Akashi softly smiled before setting his attention on the tall figure behind the Ravenet. You must be Bakuto, right? My nephew's boyfriend? Yep, that's me, so it's nice to meet you. Please, you can already call me your Uncle Bakuto-kun. You're practically a part of our family now. Really. Thank you for coming here, Uncle. It really means a lot to Kiji. Hey, you know I'm not the only one who decided to stop by, right? The duo then exhibited a confused look, wondering what the older Akashi meant. Kazu then pointed to another direction, which revealed a young woman wearing a winter attire that had similar traits to that of Bakuto, possessing white hair with black accents as well as those familiar golden eyes. The former captain's eyes widened as he realized who it was. Nei-san. Counterao exclaimed as the older Bakuto ran towards the younger one before the two wrapped themselves in an embrace. I'm glad you could make it, big sis. The younger Bakuto exclaimed, which brought a smile to the faces of the two Akashis who were standing by observing the events unfolding in front of them. Of course. I didn't want you and your boyfriend's efforts to go to waste, you know. It's nice to meet you, Kiji. The older Bakuto exclaimed before shaking the Ravenet's hand. And you must be his uncle, correct? The older Akashi then nodded before shaking the former's hand. I thought you wouldn't be able to come. A change of plans, I guess. I kinda wanted to spend some time with you and my future brother-in-law. The former setter then chuckled nervously as he tried, and failed, to hide the growing blush on his cheeks. How about we go inside for now? We wouldn't want to freeze out here. Agreed. As much as I love snow, I think I need some warmth right now. Let me help you with your bags. Me too. Let's get all of your things inside.
Dude, the fanfic scarred me. Whenever I hear snow now, I'm just like sad.
Where are the others, Kiji? The older Akashi asked as the younger Akashi responded with a nervous chuckle. Hey, well, they called me earlier saying they had to cancel because of Dad. Hey, what happened to him? He fell down the porch and injured his leg. Of course my idiot brother is still clumsy as ever. Haha, Dad was so excited to come here as well, but it's a shame he couldn't make it. The younger Akashi said sadly, earning a hug from Bakuto, who tried to comfort him. There's always next year, babe. At least Nei-san and Uncle Kazu are here, right? We may not be complete, but we can still celebrate Christmas as a family, right? The older Bakuto beamed as he patted Kiji's hair. Thank you, Nei-san. Haha, anything for my little bro. The older Bakuto said cheerfully before engulfing the younger Akashi into a hug. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go and eat some dinner. Tomorrow's going to be an eventful day. So we need to prepare. Yeah. Let's go and bake some Christmas cookies and cook some dinner. The four then agreed to the plan and evenly split their tasks, with Kiji and Kotaro handling the cookies, and Kazu and Kid with the cooking. Whoa. Nei-san. Uncle Kazu. The food you prepared is exquisite. Well, you can thank your sister for that, Kotaro-kun. She was the one who made use of the ingredients in your pantry and turned it into this. Give yourself some credit to Uncle. You were the one who cooked half of them, you know. Either way, the food looks delicious. Thank you so much. It's our pleasure, Kiji-kun. We want to make this Christmas memorable for everyone here right now. Alright. Let's eat, everyone. The four then sat down on the dining table and began eating their dinner, enjoying amongst themselves by sharing stories that surely made the night brighter for them. Kid had shared her stories about Kotaro when they were still younger, which in turn embarrassed the younger Bakuto. Akashi on the other hand found the stories very amusing and blurted out the most genuine laughs as he listened to Kotaro's sister's stories about him. Though the younger Bakuto would kill just to make her sister shut up about his stories, seeing the way his boyfriend smiled and laughed made Akashi look endearing to him. He'd rather be embarrassed at the dinner table from his childhood stories than take away this special moment from his soon-to-be husband. The dinner ended with the Akashis cleaning up the dinner table and handling the dishes while the Bakutas prepared the guest rooms for Kid and Uncle Kazu to sleep in. So, how's your boyfriend been, huh? The older Akashi asked teasingly, which did not fail in flustering the younger one. He's great. I love everything about him. Like, what do you mean, Uncle? What do you like about Bakuto? He's handsome, very caring, and he's got a great personality and you know, he's got a great body. How's his health? Is he getting 8 hours of sleep? Yeah, why do you ask, Uncle? Nothing, I was just, curious, I guess. What about you, Kiji? How have you been doing? A little better now that our plans weren't all in vain here. I wasn't able to get enough sleep that much trying to prepare for this vacation, so that's another thing. The older Akashi's face then switched from a neutral face to a worried expression, which made the younger one confused. Uncle, is everything alright? What do you mean you haven't had enough sleep? It was just from stress, Uncle. It's not a big deal here. It is most definitely a big deal, young man. You know how important it is to sleep properly, right? Hey, you sounded just like Dad right now. That's not the point, Kiji-kun. Please take care of yourself, okay? Do it for Bakuto-kun too. You wouldn't want him getting worried over your health, right? I know, Uncle, I'll sleep properly, I promise. Make a pinky swear and then I'll consider it. The younger Akashi chuckled before complying. Seriously, Uncle? I think you've been hanging out with Kao too much. Hey, it's not my fault, he's easy to get along with. Whatever. Can we just get these dishes done, please? We have to prepare for tomorrow. Rise and shine, everyone. We have a great day ahead, come on. The home, which fell silent from the sleeping residents, was then engulfed in a cheerful noise caused by a certain owl head, effectively waking everyone up from their slumber. Bakuto-san, please. It's 7 in the morning. The Ravenet said groggily as he walked towards the living room. But Kiji, it's Christmas Eve, and we have a lot of places to visit today. I know, Kao, but everyone else is sleeping. Now I'm already used to Kotaro's energy, so this isn't new to me, Kiji-kun. No need to worry too much about it. Good morning, everyone. The older Akashi said quietly as he still wasn't fully awake, mirroring the younger one's situation. Hey, I'm excited for today. I hope we can visit a lot of places here. Kiji has a lot of things planned for us. We're going to visit a ski resort, shrines, and maybe we could go Christmas shopping. Hey, sounds like you're really excited, huh, Bakuto-kun? The older Akashi smiled. You bet I am. Now let's all eat some breakfast and get to it, everyone. The four then began to get ready for today's festivities, with Bakuto and Uncle Kazu handling breakfast whilst Kid and Kiji tried to change into their outdoor clothes. Are we there yet? No. How about now? No. How about? Can we literally just got on the train, please? Are we there yet? The older Akashi asked teasingly, which caused Kazu, Kid and Kotaro to let out a small giggle. Uncle, don't encourage him. The younger said in a half-assed attempt at trying to be serious. These people. Are we there yet? Kiji then let out a small grumble before asking Kid to switch seats with him, earning a laugh from the former captain and in turn causing Kid and the older Akashi to smile. We're finally here. The ski resort. The former owl captain exclaimed as he looked around at his surroundings in awe. The cold from the weather mixed with the breathtaking view of the ski resort was enough to make everyone excited for what's about to come. Well, what's everyone waiting for? Let's go and enjoy the ski resort. The other three then cheered loudly as they entered the ski resort's premises, hoping to enjoy the day to the fullest.
Camera is so cute. And the cutest. Yes.
The ski resort looked even more beautiful as the four entered after successfully checking in, with thick white snow blanketing the skiing course and loads of people laughing and enjoying the resort's amenities amongst themselves. Kotaro, who was the most excited among the four, was eager to try out a lot of the skiing courses and was practically begging Kiji like a little toddler to ski with him. Though Kiji was a little hesitant, the reassurances from his boyfriend of keeping him safe during the ski trip was enough to encourage him to do said activity with Kotaro. Uncle Kazu, you've been staring at the snow for quite some time, there is everything alright? The younger Akashi asked concerned, with Kid also looking at Uncle Kazu, which made the older Akashi gulp. Nothing, it's just the snow feels familiar, I guess. Haha. Are you sure you're not just scared of trying out the ski course, Uncle Kazu? The older Bakuto asked teasingly and in turn caused the older Akashi to tense up and have heated up cheeks due to embarrassment. Is that true, Uncle? Ha. Of course not. I love skiing. What are you talking about? Alright then, I propose a challenge. A challenge. Does it involve skiing? You bet it does, cow. Let's make a bet. There are 10 different ski courses here in this resort. The team with the smallest accumulated time in completing all 10 courses will be hailed the winner. So who's going to be teamed up with who? Obviously me and Kei. Kiji-kun will be teamed up with me and Uncle Kazu with Kotaro. Nei-san. He my game my rules, little bro. I'm fine with it. Gives me a chance to kick Kao's ass at skiing. Excuse me. I'm better at skiing than you, Kiji. Oh. Then how about we make the stakes higher for both of us? The former setter said teasingly, which was enough to fire up Kotaro and increase the competitive atmosphere between the two opposing teams. If I win. Akashi then leaned towards the ace's ear and whispered something which caused the former captain to blush heavily. Ooh, are spicy.
Kind of
the older
rumor,
Bakuto said teasingly, which made the younger one even more embarrassed. Why, you're on, Kiji. The owlhead spoke in a failed attempt at trying to keep his composure. The former setter on the other hand smirked teasingly, satisfied as he had turned his boyfriend into a blushing mess.
You know, I have guesses and
Alright, first
I'm
round
not
is
gonna
Kiji and
tell
Uncle
you any of
Kazu.
them.
Since this is a beginner track, you two will be the ones representing our teams. Kao and I will be doing the harder tracks. The older Bakuto instructed as the two participants prepared to go up the course. 3, 2, 1, go. Kid yelled, and before they knew it, both the older and younger Akashi were already skiing down the course. The owlhead who was watching the scene unfold couldn't help but smile as he saw Kiji and Uncle Kazu skiing on the course. The two were similar in some way, especially the smiles they both exhibited. A smile that Kiji would usually show if he's getting fired up during their matches back then and was now exhibited by the two Akashis on the course. It almost made Bakuto do a double take on his choice of trying to challenge Kiji, because if he loses he's going to have one adventurous night in the bedroom. Let's go. The older Bakuto yelled cheerfully as her teammate, Kiji, was the one who finished the course first, followed closely by his uncle who only lagged 3 seconds behind. Well then, looks like this challenge is going good for our team, ha, Kiji-kun? Kid had exclaimed cheerfully, and in turn causing the opposing team to feel fired up for the next challenge. That was just the first challenge. There's still 9 left. Don't get too cocky, you two. What Uncle Kazu said. I'll make sure we win this challenge so I can show Kiji a good time. Smirking face. Okay, you two, we don't need to know your freaky time rituals, we're here to have fun. Why, yeah, exactly, he. The older Bakuto playfully nudged the older Akashi and gave him a knowing look before running off and leading the group to the next course. Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for. The winners of our ski race are me and Kiji. The older Bakuto cheered happily, which was then followed by a happy cheer from Kiji. What? Excuse me? How? Are you sure you're not rigging it? No. Uncle Kazu was looking at me the entire time while I was timing you, and Kiji was looking at Uncle Kazu as he was timing me. There wasn't any cheating happening, baby bro, I'm sorry. Okay, how many seconds were you ahead of us? 3 seconds. Kiji had it in the bag when all of our courses had the same completion time except for the first one. Well. The younger Akashi suddenly spoke, which sent a small shiver to Kotaro's spine, and before he knew it a sudden whisper from the Ravenet was heard from his ear, which sent a chill up the owlhead's spine. You owe me, baby boy. Kiji whispered, which was enough to fluster the former captain and turn him into a blushing mess. Kiji on the other hand smirked, satisfied that he was able to make things exciting for his boyfriend. The two guests on the other hand tried their best not to cringe at what was happening before their very eyes. Yeah, let's go home before these two get too horny. Please do your bedroom activities once we're done with the vacation. The two said nonchalantly, which was enough to make the couple get back on their senses as their faces looked like ripe red tomatoes. 5 hours had passed since the group had arrived at the ski resort, and the group was more than happy to find a place to eat. The members never really felt the feeling of hunger during their trip, as it was filled with adrenaline, which effectively distracted the four from craving food. But
just for 1 second, right? Like, because you see, we have this title, but this all seems to go way too smoothly, way too harmless for that title. I would love to say that it kind of reassures me, but to be honest, I'm more freaked out than ever. Yay.
But now that the ski trip has come to its end, the only thing on their minds is having something to eat for lunch, which will then be followed by a little stroll around the town and buying little trinkets that they might want to bring back home. Kiji, look. The owl head exclaimed as he pointed at the TV display that was showing an all too familiar movie. This in turn caused the other 3 members of the group to look towards the direction where Kotaro was pointing. Cloud Atlas? MHM. I can't believe they're showing it here. I mean, it isn't even a Christmas movie. Maybe because they just wanted to. I don't know. Kiji, can we? Too cold and my ass will freeze. I wasn't even finished, Kiji. I already knew what you were going to ask me, cow. We can watch it later when we get back home. The older Bakuto then patted Uncle Kazu's back, which was enough to bring him back from the trance that he was in. You look like you saw a ghost there, Uncle Kazu. Hey, is everything alright, Uncle? What happened? Nothing, just why you know I haven't seen this movie in a long time. It feels weird. Wait, you watched Cloud Atlas too, Uncle Kazu? Hey, yeah. Thanks to a certain someone who would always tell me to watch it with them. Hey, you know someone else who loves Cloud Atlas? I sure would want to meet them someday, Uncle Kazu.
Didn't I just say it was going
The 24th of December, 2022, 8:30 p.m. The group had finally arrived home after a day-long trip. Kotaro and Uncle Kazu had offered to cook dinner for the group, which Kiji and Kid gladly accepted. Thus the group was once again split into groups, with the younger Bakuto and older Akashi taking charge of the kitchen whilst the other 2 took a short rest before dinner. So, Kotaro, how are you and Kiji-kun? Hey, he's the best thing that's ever happened to me actually, Uncle. The owlhead smiled to himself. Hey, I'm glad. By the way, Uncle, is it okay if I ask for your blessing? Blessing? For what? Don't tell him about it, but I'm actually planning on proposing to him sometime in February. I plan on taking him back here and propose to him during the snow festival. It'll make it extra special. The former captain said excitedly, but making sure that his voice wasn't too loud to avoid spoiling the surprise. The older Akashi then let out a chuckle and smiled. You really do love him, huh? Yes, of course. I always tell it to him every day. Why are you asking me for my blessing? Aren't you supposed to ask Kiji's parents for that? I mean, yeah. But I just thought it'd also be great if I asked for Kiji's uncle's blessing too. Haha, then you have my blessing, Bakuto-kun. I don't know how significant it is though. Really? The owlhead exclaimed and rushed in to give the older Akashi a hug. Uncle Kazu then reciprocated and smiled.
That's cute.
Dinner had flown by fast, and before they knew it, everyone was already huddled in their rooms, sleeping the night away peacefully and waiting for Christmas morning to come. Save for a certain someone who was wide awake and staring at the ticking clock hanging on his bedroom wall. The older Akashi then got up from his bed and closed the door slowly, making sure that no noise would be produced, and tiptoed his way towards the front door. As he slowly opened the front door, he was then greeted by the cold winter snow and a familiar figure standing on the porch, as if waiting for him to go outside. The older Akashi then made his way towards the familiar figure. Well, how was the experience? The older Bakuto asked before transforming into a white bearded man wearing a red coat and red trousers. The older Akashi then sighed before suddenly turning into someone else. He was wearing a beige sweater and an oversized brown blazer and exhibited the same features as Kiji, except this Kiji had definitive eye bags, an indicator of someone who has lacked the proper amounts of sleep. See, can I stay? Just for a little longer, please? The other Akashi asked, pleading for a little more time. I'm afraid I can't do that. A lot of people need me tonight and I still have a lot of wishes I need to grant. The mysterious man said sadly, which then caused the Akashi to fall down to his knees. Please Jay, just one more night? He asked in between sobs. This is the first time I've seen him healthy. I don't want to go back there. The other Akashi said, trying to make full sentences whilst battling the tears that were spilling from his eyes. Ever since he died my life has been so dark. It's so lonely without him. I'm sorry, little one. The mysterious man crouched down to his level and patted the other Akashi's back softly. Please, there must be something why you could do. The other Akashi asked desperately, but was only met with a sad smile. I don't have enough magic to keep you existing in this world, little one. And we still need to return the bodies we borrowed to their respective owners, you know. The former setter sobbed, knowing this would probably be the last time he would see him. The mysterious man on the other hand resorted to patting his back softly in an attempt to calm him down. How was your time with Bakuto? The mysterious man asked after making sure that Akashi was calm enough to speak again. He looked so different. Very different from the Bakuto-san I knew. MHM. He wasn't sickly, he was sleeping like he was supposed to and he had so much energy. His figure was significantly different. That would have been him if that stupid disease didn't take him away. The former setter said, as he tried to control a choked sob. If they're here, does that mean that when I die I'll find him again? I don't know. Akashi sighed, tears threatening to spill from his eyes again. That doesn't mean no. I take it that your wish has been granted, Akashi Kiji? Why yes. My wish was to meet Bakuto-san again. In another life. And you did. If there is anything more that you need to do, now is the time to do it. Akashi then took a deep breath and stood up, wiping the tears from his face. He slowly went back inside the house to retrieve a gift box that he was hiding inside his room and left said box on the porch. Inside the box was a snow globe depicting a little boy touching the falling snow from the window of his house. Are you ready to go? The former setter nodded hesitantly, before looking back once more to the house and slowly walked towards the direction of the mysterious man and fading into the distance. People in our lives come and go. Some show up and eventually leave while others stick to you and leave a mark in one's consciousness. These marks however never ensure happy memories. Some emerge from experiences of sadness and grief. I was once nicknamed by a certain someone apathy cunt because of my cold demeanor and unwillingness to establish relationships due to my distorted views of it. I had always told myself that friendships and human relationships are volatile. You establish one for a short time, when suddenly everything rapidly changes, and your whole world is thrown off course. Shut him out, don't let him in. He's sick, were the words I remembered when he'd started gaining my attention, and though my brain tried pushing him away, my heart said otherwise, and now looking back on it I never realized how much it would affect my life. However, I never regretted my time with him. He was the only thing keeping me from being unhappy in that hospital and in our short time together. I gradually understood lots of things. That however abrupt our relationship may be physically, the memories that we shared together as one will live on forever in my heart, free from the shackles of volatility. That even if nothing lasts forever and everything will eventually end, it doesn't mean that we should give up on trying our hand at forging bonds with people. That even if the idea of death separates us, the universe will find its way to bring us back together, and I'm glad that in this other life, we actually did manage to find each other. To my parallel self, do take care of Bakuto-san. Mine has already long gone from my world, but yours is there to stay for a longer time. Cherish him every day and give him the love that he deserves. Goodbye. Bakuto-san, may you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
Oh, fuck, are you kidding me? Oh, shit. No. God, that hurt. Why did I watch this one first? Oh, that hurt. No. Guys, what are you doing to me? This is... Oh. Ah. No. Fuck. I don't really have anything more to say, but the fact that it also was the word that I suggested all the time makes this somehow so much worse. Fuck. Check out Kunimi's Bleb's channel. It's amazing. And apparently, like, I have so many more on the comedic side videos from this channel, and now I know they like also have the ability to break your heart. That's a totally nice experience. I hope you all who watched this with me enjoyed it. Oh no. You see, this is the reason why I don't read The Galaxy's Endless and other fanfics like that. In another life fucked me up all enough. And I don't really have anything to add here except it was beautifully written, honestly. Very, very beautiful. And this Konami's Blood, you perfectly understood the concept of using fluff to create more angst and to create this very bittersweet moment at the end and just increase the fall damage. And damn, we've taken a lot of damage here. It was beautiful. Thank you. With that, goodbye everyone. I hope you can recover from this. I will take a moment.